Shawn Michaels, born Michael Shawn Hickenbottom on July 22, 1965, is an American retired professional wrestler. He is signed to WWE, where he is the Senior Vice President of Talent Development, Creative, and oversees the creative aspects of the NXT brand, the promotion's developmental territory. Regarded as one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, he is known by the nicknames the Heartbreak Kid, often abbreviated as HBK, the Showstopper, and Mr. WrestleMania. Michaels wrestled consistently for WWE, formerly the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, renamed in 2002, from 1988 until his first retirement in 1998. He performed in non-wrestling roles for the next 2 years, resuming his wrestling career with WWE in 2002 until ceremoniously retiring in 2010. He returned for a one-off final match in 2018. In 2016 he began working as a coach at the WWE Performance Center, and was a producer on NXT in 2018, before becoming the Senior Vice President of Talent Development Creative for the NXT brand itself. In WWF/WWE, Michaels headlined pay-per-view events between 1989 and 2018, main eventing the company's flagship annual event, WrestleMania, 5 times, 12, 14, 20, 23 and 26. He was the co-founder and original leader of the successful stable D-Generation X. Michaels also wrestled in the American Wrestling Association, AWA, where he founded the Midnight Rockers with Marty Jannetty in 1985. After winning the AWA World Tag Team Championship twice, the team continued to the WWF as the Rockers and had a high-profile breakup in January 1992. Within the year, Michaels twice challenged for the WWF Championship and won his first Intercontinental Championship, heralding his arrival as one of the industry's premier singles stars. Michaels is a 4-time world champion, having held the WWF Championship 3 times and WWE's World Heavyweight Championship once. He is also a 2-time Royal Rumble winner, and the first man to win the match as the first entrant, the company's first Grand Slam champion and 4th Triple Crown champion, as well as a 2-time WWE Hall of Fame inductee, 2011 as a singles wrestler and 2019 as part of D-Generation X. Michaels won the Pro Wrestling Illustrated Match of the Year reader vote a record 11 times, and his match against John Cena on April 23, 2007, was ranked by WWE as the best match ever aired on the company's flagship television program Raw. Michaels has been a participant in several first installments of a number of WWE's signature gimmick matches, namely the first Hell in a Cell at the Bad Blood, In Your House, the first ladder match during a taping of WWF Wrestling Challenge, and subsequent first pay-per-view installment at WrestleMania X. Both the inaugural, as part of the Rockers tag team, and first televised, at WrestleMania 12, Iron Man matches, and Elimination Chamber at the 2002 Survivor Series. Shawn Michaels currently has a net worth of around $10 million as of 2025. Personal life. Hickenbottom's first marriage to Teresa Wood soon ended in an amicably settled divorce. He married Rebecca Kersey, a former WCW Nitro girl known as Whisper, at the Graceland Wedding Chapel in Las Vegas on March 31, 1999. Only the couple and an Elvis impersonator were present. They have a son named Cameron Cade, born January 15, 2000, and a daughter named Cheyenne, born August 19, 2004. In 1996, Hickenbottom posed for a non-nude layout in Playgirl. Only after he posed did he discover Playgirl has a mostly homosexual readership, for which some of his fellow wrestlers teased him. Hickenbottom is ambidextrous, using his left hand for writing and his right hand for drawing. As a wrestler, he typically kicked with his right leg when performing his finishing move, but used either arm for his signature elbow drop. He had trouble differentiating between right and left, which affected his football games as a child. In 1987, Hickenbottom developed a pattern of heavy substance abuse, which eventually alienated some of his closest friends, and may have explained his reputation for being difficult to work with during the 1990s. He contemplated suicide in the late 1980s, and suggested that psychological intervention was probably sorely needed by the late 1990s. His wife Rebecca observed, "There was something in him that he despised and he was self-destructing." He abandoned his drink and drugs lifestyle out of fear that he would negatively influence his young son. Hickenbottom became a born-again Christian on April 24, 2002. He was raised a Catholic, but became a non-denominational Christian because of his wife. His later ring attire often incorporated cross symbols and he made a praying gesture on his knees during ring entrances. He was in the audience for a televised service of John Hagee's Cornerstone Church in his hometown of San Antonio, where he is also a Bible teacher. In 2008, he appeared on a Trinity Broadcasting Network program with fellow wrestler Sting. Hickenbottom is also a longtime fan of the San Antonio Spurs. He's attended home games since the late 1970s and had season tickets for the 1998 to 1999 lockout-shortened National Basketball Association season as the Spurs won their first NBA championship in franchise history during that time. Early life. Michael Shawn Hickenbottom was born in Chandler, Arizona, on July 22, 1965. He has an older sister named Sherry and two older brothers named Randy and Scott. He was raised in a military family and briefly spent some of his early years in the English town of Reading, Berkshire, but grew up primarily in San Antonio, Texas. As a child, he disliked the name Michael, and convinced his family and friends to address him by his middle name. Ever since, he has been referred to as Shawn. Additionally, Hickenbottom moved around frequently since his father was in the military. He knew he wanted to become a professional wrestler at the age of 12 and performed a wrestling routine at his high school's talent show, complete with fake blood. He was a keen athlete while growing up, and his sporting career began at the age of 6 when he played football. He was a standout linebacker at Randolph High School on Randolph Air Force Base and eventually became captain of the football team. He attended Southwest Texas State University in San Marcos, Texas, but dropped out to pursue a career in professional wrestling. His cousin Matt Bentley is also a wrestler. Other media. Television. Michaels was the host of the outdoor television show, Shawn Michaels' McMillan River Adventures, in which he and his longtime friend, Keith Mark, owner and operator of the original McMillan River Adventures camp in Yukon, Canada, hunted big game animals around the world. This series aired on Carbon TV. HBK line. During their 2015-16 season, the Pittsburgh Penguins of the National Hockey League named a line, consisting of Carl Hagelin, Nick Bonino and Phil Kessel, the HBK line, due to the fact that the trio's first initials of their last names recall Michaels's Heartbreak Kid moniker. Penn's game day staff would regularly play Michaels's theme, Sexy Boy, over the Consol Energy Center PA system after goals or excellent shifts by line members. After weeks of having fun with Penguins fans on Twitter, the team officially invited Michaels for their Eastern Conference Finals Game 5 matchup with the Tampa Bay Lightning, whose fanbase contains a sizable number of pro wrestlers, including Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil, due to Tampa long being a home base for many wrestlers, upon which Michaels accepted. Michaels met with Penguins owner Mario Lemieux and sat with former Pittsburgh Steelers' defensive lineman Brett Kiesel during the game. Kiesel also gave Michaels a tour of the city, including at the Steelers' headquarters and having lunch at Primanti Brothers in the city's Strip District. The Penguins lost the game in overtime 4-3 but went on to defeat the Lightning in the series and advanced to the Stanley Cup Finals, eventually defeating the San Jose Sharks for the Stanley Cup. Outside of his numerous appearances with WWE, it was not Michaels' first visit to Pittsburgh. In 2013, he appeared at the opening of the first Field & Stream store in suburban Cranberry Township. While the Penguins successfully defended their Stanley Cup championship the following year, the HBK line was broken up when Kessel was moved to the second line with Yevgeny Malkin and Bonino left the team in free agency. On February 10, 2015, Hickenbottom published an autobiography entitled Wrestling for My Life: The Legend, the Reality, and the Faith of a WWE Superstar. It was co-written by David Thomas.